Welcome back to Studio One. Now tonight we are talking food, and we wanted to start by finding out about some of the things that we think are bad for us but actually aren't.
Well, that's according to health and fitness expert Bernadette Abraham, who's here to tell us why our preconceived ideas are, well, basically wrong. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me back.
Fascinated by this one because I am in the midst at the moment of having an ongoing argument with a dear friend of mine who's been telling me that the best snack food for him at the moment, and he's got this on good authority, is these things. Eggs.
Eggs are delicious for you. They're very healthy for you. Because they're high in cholesterol, a lot of people think that it raises your bad cholesterol levels and cause heart disease, and that's why they want to probably stay away from eggs. But it's one of the healthiest foods that you can have. Every cell in our body has cholesterol, and it's needed to produce, hormones and cell membranes, and it's vital for neurological function, making vitamin D and bile acids to actually digest fat. So it really is healthy for us.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Bernadette, but I've heard that eating too much of having too many in a day is also bad for you.
Too much of anything is not good for you. I mean, if you were to have an egg, two eggs a day, that's perfectly fine. Now, what you have to be concerned about is the type of egg that you're choosing and how you're consuming it. So the type of egg that you do want to be consuming every day is organic, free-range eggs, and preferably if you can get it from a farmer directly from them, that's perfect.
So battery hen deep fried ain't good, no?
No, actually the best form of consuming egg is raw, and it's raw form, because anytime you cook an egg, you're ruining the nutrients. You're ruining lutein and zeaxanthin, which are very potent antioxidants that help against blindness and age-related macular degeneration. So it's got a lot of benefits in the raw egg itself. Now, I know people are going to say salmonella.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't want to consume them raw, preference, then soft boil would be the next best step. Because at least it's not as cooked, it still has more of the nutrients that haven't been broken down by cooking.
Okay, so that's eggs.
So sunny side up.
Now moving on, avocados.
Fat, full of fat, aren't they?
Exactly. Everyone goes, wow, these are actually healthy for you? Yes, very much so. They have more potassium, twice more potassium than banana. They only have 2 grams of sugar, fructose, in them per avocado, so it's a low fructose, low in sugar fruit. Also has anti-inflammatory properties. And the thing is, a lot of people think that it's saturated fat, bad for us. But people are now starting to change their beliefs. And, for example, Inuits who eat whale blubber, a very high saturated fat diet, have the lowest incidences of heart disease. So
not that easy to come by in the local supermarket though, is it, at the moment?
So things that are naturally made, that have natural saturated fats in them, such as avocado, coconut oil, meats from grass-fed cows, those are the good types of saturated fat that we should be having.
Okay.
This one fascinates me, the C word, carbs.
Yes.
And everyone out there is going, give
carbs.
me a break. Carbs are meant to be, aren't they, the curse of us all at the moment?
Everyone clumps carbs into one category. The important thing is that there are different types of carbs. Vegetables are carbohydrates, but we should definitely be having carbohydrates, having our vegetables, I mean. So the types that we want to be avoiding are simple form of carbs, which come from anything that's white flour and processed. So white bread, white rice, white pasta. Those are the things that quickly turn into sugar and we shouldn't be having. Instead, you want to have the natural, slow-release, complex carbs that we find in nature, such as oats, quinoa, millet, potatoes, and then you can go to the more processed type, but whole wheat version as opposed to white pasta, for instance.
Because when you're trying to lose weight, the first thing everyone advises is to cut down carbs. And I don't eat that many carbs, but even then that hasn't really helped in me losing weight or anything.
The reason why
I think it's not true. I don't think completely avoiding carbs will really help you lose weight.
You do need carbs because it is your main energy source, and it's brain food. That's what your brain prefers as fuel.
Right, okay. Tom was nibbling on these some time ago. What about nuts?
Delicious. Now I love, the flavored ones.
Yes.
They're delicious, but really the best ones that we should be consuming, and they make great snacks, are the raw almonds, unsalted. So, almonds are high in antioxidants, walnuts, great omega-3. They have good fiber and essential fats that our bodies need. Just keep in mind, if you do, if weight loss is a concern, you want to lose a bit of weight, that they are high in calories because of the high fat content. So just keep in mind the quantity. And, a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons a day is perfect.
Butter.
Okay.
Really?
Yes.
Now, I know Paul's smiling over there at the moment because he is a man who swears by butter every time he comes in.
The butter that you're using, right, is organic, that's free of antibiotics and hormones, correct?
Absolutely.
I'm sure.
So that's the type of butter that we need to be consuming, because the type that we find in the supermarkets, unfortunately, come from conventionally raised cows that are probably injected with hormones and antibiotics. If you can get grass-fed, organic animals, then the product that comes from that, the milk that comes from these cows, the meat that comes from them, are actually very beneficial. And the organic butter, if you could find raw organic, that's great. The next best would be pasteurized organic. They have the perfect balance of omega-3 to omega-6. Loaded, very rich in vitamins A, D, E, K, also a lot of minerals. So it can be part of your diet. But again, because it's a fat, higher in calories, you just want to watch the quantity.
Right, Bernadette, we have under 1 minute. Very quickly,
Okay.
chocolate.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
Okay, drum roll. You want the cocoa powder versus the chocolate
I thought
in
that
its
was the good
form
one.
So
that
which
has
one's better?
added sugar. You want raw cocoa powder.
So next time I want to have a chocolate.
and the
I just-
taste is much different. That's much more bitter, whereas that one is very sweet, and because it has a lot of additives and preservatives and sweeteners that make it taste good, but
So are you
aren't good
telling
for
us
you.
next time we crave for chocolate, we just eat cocoa powder?
Well, you make it into a smoothie, let's say, because it has a lot of antioxidants and vitamins and minerals. It makes a great post-recovery drink. You can mix it with coconut water, a banana, some crushed ice. Makes a great drink. Actually, the recipe's on my website.
A lot of work. A lot of work.
Yeah, but,
Very
you know,
good for
chocolate
you.
holic. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Great advice. Some,
Thank you.
Some good points there, so thank you as always. You're up on our Facebook page as well, facebook.com/Studio One Live to find out more. Now, Paul DeVisa, over in the kitchen. Do you need any ingredients from here, Paul, at all?
I'm absolutely fine over here.
Butter, chocolate,
Butter, got it.
Got it?
Absolutely. Yeah, got it.
a
Got
couple
everything.
of avocados maybe? I'll bring them over anyway. Let's go and see them.
You can come and bring it.
What's going on?